Welcome to the Headley Highlight Show's Uplifting Corner. The Uplifting Corner is the part of my show where I inject a different type of energy, because sometimes we do some really heavy subjects, and in life you need light as well as darkness. It's the balance that works. So I hope you enjoy this week's edition. One of our most useful technological advances we currently enjoy is GPS, and GPS is a trade name. The European satellite system is called Galileo, and the Chinese satellite system is called Beidou. But this amazing technological advance, GPS, the global positioning system, this particular one that was developed by the United States Space Force, it has transformed navigation systems. It's used by scientists, businesses, and the public for a myriad of uses. 4 people combined their work to create GPS, and you never guess who they were. Ivan Getting, Bradford Parkinson, Roger Easton, and Gladys West. And who do you think I will be telling you about? Absolutely, Gladys West. Gladys West is someone who can be regarded as a hidden figure in the development of the GPS system. And if anyone has seen the film Hidden Figures, you will know. So Hidden Figures is the story of 3 black women who were mathematicians. They worked for NASA during the early years of the space program. And Taraji B. Henson, she played Katherine Johnson. Octavia Spencer played Dorothy Vaughan. And Janelle Monáe was Mary Jackson. And this film highlighted the racial segregation, the intellectual segregation, and also the structural inequality of the workplace that they worked in. So just bear that in mind with the story of GPS and Gladys West. Born in Virginia on a tobacco farm in 1930, during the Jim Crow segregation period, Gladys May Brown was told her future was picking crops. But she had other plans. She walked nearly 5 kilometres through woods and streams every day to reach school because she knew education was her only escape. She earned a full scholarship and got a bachelor's and a master's degree in mathematics in 1955 and became one of the few black women in America with advanced math degrees at the time. In 1956, the Naval Surface Warfare Center in Virginia hired her as the second black woman in their history, one of only four black employees in total. While white colleagues got praise and travel opportunities, Gladys faced discrimination, unsurprisingly, which is documented in her own memoir. But she just kept on calculating. During the 70s and 80s, Gladys programmed the IBM 7030 supercomputer, the world's fastest at the time, creating precise mathematical models of the Earth's shape. The Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's warped by gravity, tides, and atmospheric forces. Gladys's algorithms accounted for every distortion, and her published 1986 technical report became a key component for GPS. Her model was the most accurate representation of the Earth's shape ever calculated, and it's why your phone can pinpoint your location within meters. The global GPS market now is worth over 150 billion. I'm sure Gladys didn't get a proportion of that. It guides planes, ships, emergency vehicles, and smartphones, yet almost nobody knew Gladys West made it possible. In 2018, a sorority sister read a short biography that Gladys had submitted for an event and realized what was hidden. At the age of 87, recognition finally came, and she was inducted into the Space Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame, one of the USA's highest honors. Dr. Gladys West died peacefully, surrounded by her family last month on the 17th of January. She just died recently, and she was aged 95. Billions of people use GPS every single day without knowing her name. If you have used GPS today to get anywhere, you use technology she helped to create, and the fact that you may never have heard of her is exactly why her story matters. Rest in power, Gladys. Rest in digital power, Gladys. And you know what? When I first started doing the investigation into this story and putting this piece together, it reminded me of so many of our unrecognized individuals, people who make significant contributions to our way of life, to science, to art, to poetry, to fashion, and it's never recognized. And that's really an important thing that I feel like I can do with my show. You know, I am the boss, the editor, the creative design team, the post-production crew, along with my supporter BB Links. He supports my website. But the point I was trying to say, and my YouTube, but what I was trying to say is this. I think that as a broadcaster, as someone who has their own platform, their own show, it's my duty to raise up the kings and queens in our community who make impact, who touch our lives. And even though the mainstream doesn't remember their name, we must remember their name. We should see their excellence, and Black excellence is a real thing, and it matters. And in this case, we've had the opportunity to share a bit of Black excellence that has touched everybody's lives. Do you know of any other Black inventors that you might want to jump up on the mic and talk about? Because I know that the inventor of the traffic light was a Black person. Yeah, we've got so many inventors and scientists in our community. Even up to the other day, I was looking on TikTok, and I think I saw a young man who has made an electric car that runs out of a specially designed air pump that he's created. Black excellence is a real thing. It doesn't have to be on the mainstream media. You might know somebody in your community, in your immediate circle, as far as you're concerned, they're Black and they're excellent. Well, that's me, darling. Yes, darling, that's me. But the point I'm making is jump up on the mic, share your thoughts too. You might be able to tell me about somebody who I should actually feature maybe in next week's show. Thanks for your listening ear once again. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And cut! I hope you enjoyed the Uplifting Corner this week. Rest in power, Gladys May Brown. And thank you for giving us the opportunity so that we can now know how to navigate without using an A to Z. And cut!